You can spend $2,000 on a mini dress and look absolutely tacky. Or you could wear a thrifted turtleneck and long wool skirt and look like a $2,000 outfit without spending that much, just because the elegant vibe is honestly what sells the outfit more than the actual price tag. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and I run the blog called Mrs. Midwest. Today we are going to be unpacking how I achieve a chic and timeless style without spending a fortune. This is for my frugal ladies out there. Feminine, fashion, frugality, all of these things can go together. We can look chic, we can look polished, we can look timeless and gorgeous without spending a fortune. I believe that fashion can be so overwhelming for a lot of people because you just think money, money, money. And a lot of us, especially traditional homemaking women, we don't want to be spending tons of money on those kind of things. If we're more middle class, if we're more frugal, if we're living on one income, it might not even be a possibility. But what we really need to remember today is we're not necessarily talking about fashion in the sense of trends and runway shows and getting the latest products. We're more speaking about style. So today we're not going to be discussing how to buy knockoff purses or buy, you know, Chanel on heavily discounted rates. We're going to be discussing how we can achieve that style, that look, that feeling without actually buying those products. So firstly, I would have to say it's all about looking locked down. Having your entire look be locked down. You know, hair, makeup, skincare, fitness, your stress, your sleep routine, wearing flattering clothes, the color palette you wear in your clothing, and even the patterns you use and how that looks on your body. And that's the thing about having a timeless style versus being involved in fashion, because you could go out to, you know, a very expensive store and buy an entire look off the rack, but if it's not flattering coloring for you, if it's not a flattering shape, you might not look classic or timeless or chic or even good in that outfit. Money doesn't equal an automatically good style. So what I mean by looking locked down is really knowing yourself. It's knowing your body. It's knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, your beauty points, your lower points that you might want to disguise, and your overall look and the feeling you're going for. So your first thing you're gonna really want to do when you're achieving this timeless, really amazing style is to just know yourself, okay? So I had to learn a few years ago, many years ago, as much as I love that kind of boxy chic top mixed with like a pant, it just looks horrible on me. It makes me look so frumpy. It kind of takes my glamour level like way down here. And the way I figured this out was by trial and error. There are of course tests you can take online, but sometimes they might leave you a little more confused than enlightened. I will leave some tests below on coloring, body type, those kind of things if you're interested. But really, this is going to be trial and error. This is going to be asking for advice or opinions from your friends, or even joining an online style community. There are style communities on Reddit you can join. It's so important as you achieve your timeless chic style to remember that the thing that is going to look the most chic on you, the most supple, the most vibrant, the most eye-catching, is the thing that is going to be the most flattering to you, the thing that is going to make the viewer look at you and your beauty and not the outfit. And again, that's the difference between a timeless chic style and fashion. Fashion is created for us to spend money on it, for us to look at it, not so much the person wearing that. And that's so fine if that is your hobby, if that's what you love. I don't have an issue with fashion, but today we're talking about style. And again, style is meant to enhance you. It's meant to make you look gorgeous. It's meant to make you look timeless. So the more you know what's flattering on you, colors, shapes, fabrics, all of that, the more you're going to be able to wear things that just make you look great. And because of that, you're going to look more chic, you're gonna look more polished, you're just gonna look more locked down. And then on top of that, that's kind of, again, the foundation, but you can really finish off that work by making sure that you are just set to go. Your hair is solid. It's healthy looking. It's in a natural, flattering color. The cut is just really good. Your hair looks shiny and nice and clean. You know, that is gonna go so far. Too many people are trying to look cute in their clothes, but they show up with really ratty hair, you know, hair with a lot of damage, hair with a lot of breakage, or, you know, that grease split we sometimes get on the back of our hair when we don't wash it enough. Unflattering pieces around your face. You know, it's really important to take a good, honest look at your hair and see, again, what is flattering. And just as with style, hair, don't go for the trends, okay? Really focus on what is most flattering to you, because this will enhance your beauty, okay? Most of us need to kind of whittle down and find what is the best hairstyle for us, what is the best clothing style, and not deviate too much from that, because it will enhance our look. Some people, supermodels, they can get away with, you know, having a really insane haircut or having, you know, a really unflattering outfit on and still look gorgeous because they're just gorgeous supermodels, okay? Don't go to them for inspiration. It's really important to look at real women, real influencers you might see online, real women in your life, your mother, your cousins, you know, see what's flattering in real life. Again, photos kind of distort, and who knows how edited they may be. So when you're looking for hair inspiration, see what you like in person. What looks the best in person? What looks the healthiest, the fullest, just the most chic? You know, look at examples in person and base your hair kind of goals off of that. But also remember, it's best to usually play with your natural strengths with your hair, meaning your natural color, your natural texture. And this was really hard for me to learn a bunch of years ago, but I decided to stop dyeing my hair that light blonde color I used to dye it, because it was ruining my hair. And it didn't matter how bright my hair was, the brightness didn't offset the awful damage and the weakness of my hair. And that idea kind of pours into my next kind of point, but that is to make every single thing part of your vibe and your look and your style. And this goes beyond clothing, but of course start there. I don't even own ratty pajamas because I don't want to wear ratty clothes around other people. I don't want to wear ratty clothes when it's just me. You know, I want to wear clothing day, morning, noon, and night. The clothes underneath my clothes, undergarments, all of it has to reflect my style. This might sound kind of intense, but really, even just having like a really ratty dog leash when you go for a walk with your dog, or carrying a really awful, ugly, reusable bag to the grocery store, or not being able to part with a super ratty, awful pair of running shoes, you know? It's important to make all those little details go together, because then you'll really achieve that holistic, put together style. And some examples of this, you will see these women on Instagram, on YouTube, Josie from the Fashion Mumbler, or her friend Freddie, from the YouTube channel Freddie My Love, or of course the lovely Anna Bay. All of these women have every single element of their life basically reflect their style. And again, this can sound kind of intense, but those are the steps you're gonna have to take to achieve that timeless style, that overall look and vibe without spending a ton of money. And that's the thing, you can have a beige purse, you can have a nice solid pair of white running shoes, and they don't necessarily need to break the bank. They could be off-brand, they could have no brand, they could be from TJ Maxx, they could be from Walmart. But if they follow the same textures, the same colors as most of your clothing, as most of your style, it'll blend and it'll make you look more timeless no matter where you're going, no matter what you're holding, no matter what you're doing, it'll all go together. And again, this includes everything: your phone case, your purse, your accessories, your sunglasses, your workout clothes, your pajamas. Just the more you can adopt your style, adopt your favorite colors, adopt everything that's flattering to you in every single aspect, the more chic and timeless your overall vibe is going to be. And again, I know that's a lot of work, but it doesn't have to happen in a week. I've been doing this slowly over the past 3 years, and I'm still, you know, working towards this, but I can notice a huge difference in my chicness levels now versus then, just because I have made every single detail flow with my desired look. So this does bring us to the next way that I kind of achieve a chic and timeless style without breaking the bank, and that is simply by applying the method of dressing up and covering up. We'll start with dressing up. Dressing up really means just elevating your look slightly above, slightly a little bit more luxurious or dressed up than the status quo. So going to church, you know, I like to always wear a dress despite people who wear pants to church. I like to go that extra slight level, you know, not so much that you look like you're showing up in a ball gown when everyone else is wearing jeans, but just that slightly above level that will help you look just a little bit more dressed up. A really easy way to do this isn't just by wearing dresses or fancier clothing, it's actually by adding accessories. So adding in a luxurious purse, maybe wearing a bit nicer of a shoe, putting sunglasses to push your hair back, and wearing earrings and jewelry, or even a hat or a scarf or a pashmina. These things will make you look more dressed up because it takes more effort to gather all of your accessories and then leave the house, and it does put you in more of that kind of Barbie category. You know, you have all your accessories, you're Barbie, you're dressed up, and it does look very chic. And again, it doesn't necessarily matter where you bought the hat. If you're wearing a classic straw hat with an outfit, you'll just look kind of chic. It's a very easy thing to do. So the best thing you can do, you know, find chic looks that you like on Pinterest and begin to model your outfits after them. And I don't wear a lot of accessories in general because I don't really like dangling jewelry, but I always try to have like a minimal piece of jewelry on, and then I like to do extras with scarves and a cute shoe. I always make sure my bag looks polished, and these little elements will really bring you into the next level. And again, you don't need to buy the Chanel purse. You could have a cheaper purse from Target or from TJ Maxx that's just in a very supple color and looks polished and fresh, and that will help you look more polished than carrying on around a ratty canvas bag. Okay, a lot of this isn't like rocket science, but it's just paying attention to detail. The more detail oriented you can be with your overall look, the more chic and flattering and polished you're going to look. And you don't need to spend a ton of money. I don't spend a ton of money on this stuff. I just make sure all the details are in place, and when I want to look extra glamorous, I'll go for those extra glamorous elements like a scarf in my hair or a hat or earrings or something like that. So that's dressing up, but covering up is about including a level of modesty in your outfits. And this isn't from necessarily a religious perspective, even though I practice modesty because of my religion. I'm a Christian. But more than that, I've always noticed that elegant women tend to be a little bit more covered up with their clothing. It's just kind of more of a timeless, affluent look. You'll notice a lot of affluent women, a lot of luxurious women, most of them, you know, the old money, classic style. They don't have all their bits hanging out. It's not always skin tight outfits every single day. That can be kind of tacky looking, and a lot of really elegant, affluent women prefer to look, you know, again, classic and timeless, and increasing a level of modesty, covering up a little bit more, can actually make you look more elegant, make you look more classic. It's just kind of the way we perceive clothing as people. The Audrey Hepburn, Grace Kelly, you know, they chose their outfits with such care, and more often than not, they were more modest outfits, saving the more sensual looks for special occasions, the beach, those kind of things. And so I really encourage you to consider how revealing your clothing is, because sometimes that can hold you back from having that timeless, chic, classic style. And again, we want our clothing to cause the person to look at us and our beauty and our face and our personality and get a vibe of who we are through our clothing, but not so much fixate on specific body parts we have. A lot of modern clothing is set up so it's like, look at my stomach, like, you know, in a crop top, look at her stomach, or look at her bottom, or look at her chest, you know, versus look at her. And I'm such an advocate for let's look at her not the bits she carries. She can be gorgeous, and we can get that sense even from a more covered up look, and not in like a very loose way. I still wear fitted clothing, but you know, by wearing a longer jacket, wearing longer dresses, if I'm covered up on bottom, I don't mind having a bit more collarbone showing, but if I'm wearing a shorter skirt like to my knees, I'll wear a turtleneck or something like that. So having balance in your modesty and in being covered up will help you look very chic. Also, wearing long coats, lots of fabric. Having more fabric is actually a signal of, you know, more money, because fabric costs money. I know that because I sew. And every yard you add to your outfit is wealth. And so I love having long coats because, again, that's a very timeless look. I love throwing on a scarf over my chest when I go out, or I want to protect myself from the sun. All of this kind of focus on modesty makes you look more chic regardless of how much money you're spending. You can spend $2,000 on a mini dress and look absolutely tacky, or you could wear a thrifted turtleneck and long wool skirt and look like a $2,000 outfit without spending that much, just because the elegant vibe is honestly what sells the outfit more than the actual price tag. Okay, I've been having this since I've been making these stand-up videos since getting pregnant, but I'm getting very hot. I need to sit down, so I'm gonna wrap this up with my final focus for how I look chic and elegant despite not spending a lot of money, and that is by, you know, your essence, your posture, the way you carry yourself, how you interact with other people, focusing on having a pleasant demeanor, being kind. These kind of things will launch you into a much more chic and expensive kind of stratosphere than if you're rude, if you're pushy, if you're impatient in public, if you slouch, if you sit with your legs wide open, if you crush the arm of someone's chair when you visit their house by sitting on it. You know, really take care to pay attention to the people around you. This will always make you look more elegant. And it's really funny because you wouldn't think something outside of, you know, style or how you adorn your body could really have such an impact on looking chic, but it will. There's a reason why Grace Kelly and Audrey Hepburn are so chic and elegant. And sure, it's partly their beauty, it's partly their style, but most of it was their essence, that ladylike, feminine, elegant essence I have been harping on since I began my channel, okay? So really zero in on your posture, zero in on how you carry yourself. Focus on being pleasant, and feminine in the way you carry yourself, and this will help you look much more chic and timeless. And I believe it's a huge reason why I feel confident in my thrifted clothing, in my cheap clothing, because I carry myself as if I'm wearing expensive clothing, okay? So a lot of it is kind of how you carry yourself. Don't be ashamed of wearing thrifted clothing. Don't be ashamed of your financial situation. If you're not affluent, it doesn't matter. How you carry yourself is really what's going to communicate that overall elegance. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you feel inspired. Please leave some tips for everybody below if you have your own way of looking elegant and timeless on a budget. You know, a lot of us are on a budget. 90% of the world should be on a budget. So I really hope that we can learn from one another. But if you're interested in more of these kind of videos, I have a few budget related fashion videos on my channel. Feel free to check out the fashion and beauty playlist, as well as my written blog. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, hit the subscribe button, join the feminine family, and don't forget to like the video. It does help other women interested in these topics find this content. But in general, I hope you have a wonderfully blessed and chic week, my beautiful sisters.